What up, Dokkaners? The Christmas banner is finally here with a bunch of opportunities to summon, a bunch of units to choose from. Is this worth summoning or should you skip? Short answer, I think you should skip. Aside from the free-to-play ticket summons, I think that most of you should be skipping this banner because even though we've got some shiny fresh discounts and other ways to summon, this is a monumental trap. Because the only units aside from the Trunks and Vegeta that you really want to be looking at are the 7-year LRs who can both now be acquired from the red coin shop. So if you have been saving and waiting for these units to return, this is the way to go. Obviously, not getting the Trunks and Vegeta would be unfortunate, but at least if you've got the 7-year LRs under your belt, you can navigate through the majority of the content, actually all of the content. You don't need the Trunks and Vegeta to beat any of the content. You can beat all of it with the 7-year LRs and other units on your team. So in my personal opinion, you don't need to summon. However, there's a little bit more to it for some of you because obviously your circumstances are different, financial situations, units that you want, units that you need. So let's just go into a brief little discussion about whether or not you should summon. Looking at the different ways to summon, there are a multitude of different ways. Number one, for the next 120 hours, you do have some discounts. You can summon for the buy 3 get 1 free deal. For the initial batch of summons, you can do a 40 stone price point for those multis. So instead of doing 150 stones for 3 multis and then a 4th one for free, you would instead be doing 40 stones, so 120 stones for 4 multis. 120 stones versus 150 stones, that's a 30 stone difference. So that discount could be appealing for some of you. So if some of you want to dabble just for the sake of summoning, then I would advise to just go to the 40 stone multis at best. But just remember, you are summoning for a very, very large pool of SSRs. Just because the Trunks, Vegeta, the 7-year LRs are marketed at the front of the banner doesn't mean you're going to be getting them. Even with the best of the best tickets that you could possibly get, they're not guaranteed. You are going to be competing with all of these different LRs. There's 20 or SSRs in total here. So you're trying to pull out a needle out of the haystack, and that's going to be a very, very low chance. So you are running the risk of potentially pulling somebody who is either outdated completely, even with their EZA, or a unit who is set to receive an EZA at some point in the future. Either way, the ultimate prize would be the top 3. And if you don't get them, it would maybe seem like a waste to some of you, which is why even for that 40 stone discount, I would still advise against it. Because in the spirit of saving for something more prolific like the New Year step up, if you're a new player, this is the better value. If you're a brand new player, assuming you have never played Dokkan before, if you look at this banner and you look at this one, in terms of value, in terms of what you can get from all of your summons, the New Year step up is objectively better. Yeah, the 7-year LRs are here. They will not be on the New Year step up. Yeah, the Trunks of Vegeta is here, will not be on the New Year step up, but it's not a guarantee you're going to be getting them. And if you're brand new, this is going to be the way to go to get a better assortment of characters to help you throughout the year. So the New Year step up is objectively the better buy. Now, on top of that, I do want to point out the different ways that there are to summon aside from the stones. So like we said, buy 3 get 1 free. There are 3 tickets. We already know about the free-to-play ones, so that one is just generally assumed everyone's just going to do those. There's no guaranteed SSR, unfortunately, but still those are given to you for free. So that's your way to sort of get your summoning fix. But these other 2 tickets can be achieved through paid summons and from the Pilaf's Trove. We've got the premium ticket, which gives you a guaranteed featured SSR. Again, featured means any one of these 20 SSRs. So it doesn't mean the top 3, but you get a guaranteed featured SSR per multi-summon. And then the regular paid ticket is the one where you just get regular summons, no SSR guaranteed. Now let's take a look at the Pilaf's Trove here, because I do think this is kind of a scam. I don't think that this is actually worth it for a lot of you to spend this much money. We've got the Starry Winter Night pack 1, which is $4, $10 for the second pack. In order to get to the third pack where you actually get the premium ticket, you have to spend 4 plus $10. You have to spend $14 US to get there, and then you can buy this for $33 US, and you can buy it twice, which would mean $66. So with that, you are getting 1 multi with a guaranteed featured SSR in there. You are getting a level 3 additional skill orb, that's just kind of like a dual one. If it was a level 5, that would change things a lot. We are also getting plus 10 in the box space, a bunch of orbs, not too many, but a little bit, some training items, and some other stuff. Now, objectively, from the summoning perspective, you are spending $33 for 1 multi, which gives you a guaranteed featured SSR. If you compare that to a 63 stone pack, you're spending roughly the same amount, and you are getting a little bit less in the stones department, but you are getting a guaranteed featured SSR. So that does seem like it is an appealing option for you. But just remember, you have to not only spend 33, but you also have to spend 4 and 10 more to get there. I personally don't think that this is worth it. If it was something a little bit more like a level 5 skill orb, and they gave like 25 in the character slot, maybe a little bit more in terms of the rest of these, then maybe I would say that it might be worth it for some of you. But otherwise, I don't think it is, because even with that featured SSR, there's no guarantee you're going to get these. Now, I know some of you already have, so shout out to you guys, lucky you, but it's just not, you know, it's not a guarantee. So if you want to roll the dice, then go ahead. This is going to be an option that I think a lot of people are going to use in the interest of saving their stones while still getting some summons in on the Christmas banner. So if you do it, go ahead. The regular tickets are the ones that you will also get from those regular packs. You get 12 in total, and they did that very cleverly. They did that because with 12 total tickets, you will do one multi on this one. That'll give you 2 tickets left over. Just remember, folks, there is no guaranteed SSR with these tickets. So you can do 2 singles. It will be the same situation, but they do that because with those 2 tickets left over, and with the fact that you get 9 tickets per set per cycle here, that will mean that you'd have to do 2 full rotations of this step up or this buy 3 get 1 free to have enough tickets to round out those remaining tickets and get to 0. So they did that very specifically to try to entice certain players to do extra summons to take more of their stones. So these are all the little tricks that gacha games will use to try to take your money. It's all dependent on you to decide if you think it's worth it. I don't think it is. Now, like I said, the 7-year LRs are featured in the coin shop. So if you are thinking, I don't have the Trunks and Vegeta I should summon for the Christmas banner, then that is absolutely wrong. You should not pursue the Trunks and Vegeta on that banner. Because with the 7-year LRs now being available in the coin shop, these 2 units are among the best in the game. They will get you through a lot of the difficult content out there. And if anything, investing in an additional copy for each one is definitely worth it, because these units are so incredibly good, not just in terms of their individual kits, but their leader skill, their coverage. They are very good units that they will last you for a good amount of time, especially the gods. These units will also come in very clutch when the Gohan Beast inevitably shows up, and that is the ultimate prize. So your objective for the Christmas celebration time is to try to minimize the amount of expenses that you're going to be putting out there so that you can be ready for either the New Year step up or whenever the Gohan Beast shows up on global. It's still, there's no way of knowing when it's going to be dropping. It could be New Year, it could be Christmas, it could be 8-year anniversary. We still have no way of knowing. But whatever the case may be, if you've got the LR gods, you are going to be ready for the Gohan Beast. Yeah, the Trunks and Vegeta would be nice to include there, because the Trunks and Vegeta and 7-year anniversary gods and Gohan Beast would be a pretty dominant team. But if you can't get that one, at least you have a very, very good substitute. Not even substitute, they're like on the same level in terms of effectiveness overall. So you're going to be just fine with the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s on your team. So hopefully my little 2 cents can help you guys out. Ultimately, the decision is up to you. If you guys have your own thoughts and opinions, I would love to hear it in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think it is worth it to summon for these tickets, to buy these tickets, even though I personally don't think that these Pilaf's Trove deals are worth it. Some of you might feel differently, so let's have a discussion in the comments down below. You could be helping another Dokkaner make the best or worst decision, you know, depending on what they see. But the more informed they are, the better off they are going to be. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on what I have to say about this. Are you going to be summoning? Have you already summoned? What sort of pulls did you get? Are you saving up for the Gohan Beast or the New Year step up? How many stones do you have? Let me know any and all things you want to say about this in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.